Hello, it's Daryl again. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's a beautiful first day of full winter here in Michigan. It's 48 degrees and sunny with a light breeze blowing. And I'm going to tackle an issue on the 07 Navigator today. The 07 and ups have an air suspension system that's just on the rear wheels. Previous models had air suspension on all four corners of the vehicle. And we were going to see an air suspension fault show up on the dashboard. It pops up whenever I hit a rough spot in the road or a big bump. Alright, I'm sorry for some wind noise here, but we're just going to talk real quick. I read online someone said that you can sometimes fix this problem with the faulty sensor by getting underneath and lubricating the arm mechanisms and cleaning the connector. So what I'm going to do is I've got my electrical contact cleaner. I'm going to pull the connector wire off for it. It's just a squeeze and pull connector. I'm going to spray it with this electronic cleaner, make sure the terminals aren't rusty and corroded. And then I'm going to use the WD-40 on the actual ball and socket control arm mechanism. Well, that didn't work at all. It's still faulting out. We're going to go ahead and replace the control assembly, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to go under. It's pretty easy to get to. I'll show it to you. It's right here. Here's the rear wheel, the control arm, and there's the switch right there. The switch mounts to the control arm right down here, and it goes up to the heighted sensor lever here, and your wiring for it is in this harness right here with a squeeze connector on the other side. And to mount it, it looks like there's two bolts up here that bolt to the frame, which will probably snap off when I try and change it. But I would probably just leave the bracket on and change it down here. It looks like these would be easier to change than it would to take off the bracket up here. The connectors for the little connecting rod from the switch down to the frame are exactly the same as on the rear hatchback struts or glass hatch struts. There's just a little wire clip right there you pop loose and they just snap right off of a ball connector. Backside, where this is just a variable resistor, the arm goes up and down and moves a lever across different resistor points on the switch. To scan the codes and see what's wrong with my vehicles, I really like, especially for Ford products, as an app or software program called ForScan, F-O-R-S-C-A-N. And I got this generic ELM 327 OBD interface. This one works off of Bluetooth, and it works really good with Android type phones and laptops. Not so well with iPhones. You need to get the Wi-Fi version if you're going to use an iPhone for it. But take this OBD reader and we're going to plug it into the port, and on the Navigators and Expeditions, it's right down here on the right side of the steering column. The big side goes on top, and you just push it in like that. And we're going to get in the car, and I'll show you how to read the codes. That adapter that I just showed you is about $12 on eBay, and it's been working quite well for a number of years. So I highly recommend it. The ForScan app is $4.99 or so on the Google Play Store, which is a heck of a deal. You can also buy another adapter, which I'm going to do a video about, that hooks to your laptop with a cord. It's super fast and allows you to do a bunch of really cool things that you can't do with the cell phone app. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our phone. We're going to turn the Bluetooth on. So we've turned our Bluetooth on. Now we're going to turn the key on. Click on ForScan. And now it's connecting automatically. On top you can see it spinning around here. Up now it wants to know what model year it is. It's a 2007. We'll click on the button that says errors. There it is right there. Vehicle dynamic module. Right rear air suspension height sensor. That was the sensor I just showed you on the back. Determines that there's no height sensor change. Ride control module height sensor. So that tells you what the potential problem is, the likely problem anyway. The likely problem is the height sensor itself. So since we've changed that out, we're going to reset the code and do a little test driving with it, and hopefully our problem is all fixed.